the live that we were supposed to be on. Couldn't quite figure out how to do that on our phone, but nevertheless, we are live. And
we have a bunch upcoming, it looks like. So
what? We have a bunch what upcoming? Bunch of lives.
it says 2 are waiting. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, you can message them and say to jump over to the other live.
Okay, but I don't see a live one on our channel.
We are live, honey. Look,
I
the
know
red
that.
button is on.
I know that, but I'm just telling you, I don't see it on our actual channel. We are on another link. See.
Well, I'm curious if you can try to get on the computer and maybe we have some success there.
Well, yours
first time,
live.
First time, everybody.
I don't know anything about electronics, so I'm pretty useless here.
So we will.
Let me see. I know I'm not live on mine.
Well, yeah, you're not live on yours. I just want you to pull up eBay. I mean, YouTube on here just to see.
Okay.
If just type in retro renewed.
Retro.
So we will, I guess, get started. So it's not clickbait with the title.
It's showing. Yeah, so we are live on there, but we're upside down. Can you turn it sideways? Oh wait, nope, we're good. We're good now. I don't know why I did that.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. So we are live. It is official. So we do have some big news to share first. First and foremost, did you want to start?
With what?
Oh,
yeah. So our car was repossessed and our house is in foreclosure.
Why do you say that with a smile on your face?
Because I'm lying. Mom and Dad, this is not a big deal, so I need you to not stress about what we're going over today. So I just figured I'd throw the worst case scenario out, and it's definitely not that. So
our store got shut down for another 3 days.
Again.
And this one, I mean, we tried to appeal. Let me start by saying that the rep that we got on the phone has zero empathy. And is not a good representation of eBay. And
we've not had an interaction like that before, so.
Yeah. And I generally say that a lot of the customer service and a lot of the interactions we've had with the eBay have been very fair. Yeah. They have stuck up for us for the most part whenever necessary. But in this case, this one is bonkers to me. So we got removed for this. What is this? Do you know what it is? Any guess?
Does it look like something a doctor needs to give to you?
So this is legitimately, and I don't want you to leave and go to something else, but open up a different tab and then Google DonJoy Iceman 3. Okay, essentially what DonJoy Iceman 3 is it is a glorified ice pack.
Yeah.
So you have a big canister that you fill with water and ice. It has tubing that goes to basically a pack of ice, and then it refilters the water.
It recycles the water through the pad so that whatever you have the pad on, it stays super cold, like for a long, long time.
This is the lid for this item, okay? The idea is you have to have prescription in order to get this item to begin with, which that is the first thing that blows my mind is why would you need a prescription to get a glorified ice pack? I don't understand that, and maybe that's something that we might try to delve into a little bit further to see if we have a different leg to stand on, and then if anything else, talk to a different rep that has a little bit of empathy. Maybe that could be helpful.
I'm trying to send out this link to the people that are waiting real quick. Hold on. Here we go.
Okay. See if we have a different link. Okay, you can't do that. We're gonna.
I can too. I'm doing it.
Can you turn your volume down?
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, it's distracting. Sorry. But this is the lid for that item. So the idea is, if something drops, falls, breaks, maybe you chip off the piece that locks in, and it deems this piece that needs to be replaced. I want to be able to replace that for somebody that needs that. And I think that's a reasonable thing to ask. Well, the third party people involved with DonJoy or whatever flagged our post saying that we are unable to sell this item, and as a result, we are getting a 3-day ban. And
yeah.
I think that was going to lead to a nice rant that you were going to have.
Well, I just don't understand. I kind of want to wait and see if there's a couple more people that want to join.
No,
yeah, see, look, there's people coming on
there
now.
you go.
Stop.
We're good.
Stop. So, we got banned again for 3 days because of this stupid device that's technically on eBay's... Technically, it's a medical device. So, my problem... Hey, Lisa! All right, finally we got the right link to you guys. Sorry about the delay. So, just recapping what has happened. We got another 3-day ban by eBay, and it was because of this stupid lid that goes to a medical ice device, and they said that since this was originally...
so then that was prescribed.
It was prescribed to somebody for like a surgery or whatever, but we can't even sell this part, and you can't buy this part on the actual site. So this is why our medical costs are so high, because if all you need is this, if this part broke on your machine, you can't just go buy this on the whatever,
eBay.
whoever made it, and you can't buy it on eBay now.
You have to go get
a whole new prescription and pay for a whole new device. So I think it's ridiculous that is how the medical industry is, and they're bought and paid.
And
everybody.
again, this is a DonJoy Iceman 3, so
Yeah.
you can open it up in another tab and see what the full device looks like. And again, we are just selling the lid.
It's a lid. It's
a lid. I mean, this is literally just plastic, but we don't have the prescription or the ability to sell this because we are not doctors. So we can't sell you a lid.
And the eBay agent,
I'm sorry.
We asked him too. We said, so if we have a power cord that goes to a device that was used for medical purposes, just the power cord, nothing else, that's not a prescription. Like, they didn't give you a prescription for the power cord. He's like, well, technically, yeah, we could ban that because it came with the whole medical device.
And let me just paint it clear. The power cord for this device would power a Nintendo Entertainment System, the old school Nintendo. So you mean to tell me that a power cord that could power a Nintendo is going to get you banned and illegal and shut down on eBay? And not to mention, we've had this listed for 5 months.
Yeah, and he said it wasn't like AI that found it and like flagged it. It was a person that saw it in our store and then just took it down and then shut us down for 3 days. He was a total jerk.
Yeah.
When we were talking to him, he just had. He was like, "Well, you got suspended like another time, so this one's definitely staying on."
So
it's just
the reason why I wanted to go live ultimately is I wanted to loosen you up, so to speak.
No.
Because ultimately, I think we're going to have to make some changes on our model on how we sell things moving forward. And I think it's very likely that we're going to be trying to get on Whatnot. Whatnot is a in-person live
auction like this
platform
where we would show our items and then people.
Would you like to buy this lid? We are starting the auction at $2.
Oh my gosh.
15 seconds. Put it on the clock.
No, it's ridiculous. I never wanted to do this technology thing, but everyone, like, that's the only way to survive now. So it's
I think you'll get used to it. You'll actually start to like it. It's inevitable that you're gonna enjoy it eventually, but you're gonna.
Yeah. So in other words,
you need to get that up so you can read chats.
No, I can see them. They pop up here. Let's see.
You just hit stop.
No, I didn't.
Don't
stop, Aaron. That's not
don't
stop
do
button. You can't see.
I can't see.
Okay. Anyways, so what we're gonna end up doing is. eBay's eventually going to shut us all the way down. Like,
it's not inevitable.
It is inevitable.
So, I guess the piece to tackle that is we're just going to do our best to avoid anything that would be
controversial.
Even gray area. And it's not going to be foolproof, but
it's
the way it
like
works.
Colognes and perfumes. Like, even if you list that, somebody could just say that it's, what is it?
So we shipped this. We sold this today.
Yeah.
Before we got shut down. And we have had issues with...
Hey, Mom.
We've had issues with perfume and colognes previously in the past. And again, this was a good sale. We sold this for $100, paid $3 for it. So it's a really good
solid sale.
Solid sale that,
Yeah.
you know, really didn't take a ton of effort or challenge in order to get it listed and or to ship the item. Meanwhile, I think on the other platforms, we're not going to get as much money for it.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to take less money if you sell this
So
on
things
Mercari.
like purses or wallets or medical devices.
No, we're just going to not buy
That's
medical
what
devices.
yeah,
I'm going to
we're
chunk
just over
this in the
that.
trash.
But isn't that sad?
So-
Like, what if you need tubing for something and it's brand new and like your family member gave it or had it? You know it was fine, but it's illegal to do. It's ridiculous. But I don't mean to go back on that. But yeah, we're just gonna be limiting what we list on eBay, safe bets that we've not had issues with in the past, and then we're gonna eventually it will strike us out.
No,
Because
it's
we've
not
already
inevitable.
gotten two
So the way it works.
3-day suspension.
So before she jumps the gun on the fact that we're going to get shut down, the world's going to end.
It is sad,
It's
Lisa.
not. It's not inevitable. First of all, after a period of time of not having any sort of strikes, you will just start clean. So that if we did get an infraction, so after a year, so if at this point
not
we
gonna
are
make it a
clean
year.
for a year.
I don't think so. There's no way.
If we are clean for a year, now granted we've
Yeah.
had quite a few infractions in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Not all to our fault. Like, you know, how do you know these kind of things? But if we're clean for an entire year, we start from
Some fall
scratch. Everything falls off.
Okay.
So from that particular point,
Yeah.
and then we're clean, and then you can start that whole clock again, and then we wouldn't be so fearful moving forward. But
Yeah.
obviously, at the end of the day, this is not going to fail. I absolutely
No.
love what we do. I
Yeah.
love buying. I love selling. I
It
love
would be
being on
really
the hunt.
easy to just like say, screw it. I'm like getting rid of everything and I'm just gonna get a regular job and just like move on from eBay because it's a joke. But there's other avenues that we just have to get out there, learn, and maneuver.
It feels
I mean,
so.
it kind of
speaking-
motivates us when these strikes happen, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
well,
now I feel like
yeah.
a fire's lit under me and like I've got to get on my game and I got to get my clothes listed and cross posted, and it doesn't like, I mean, I think you can find the good in it.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. I was expecting her to be the angry, upset.
I am upset,
And
but I'm not going to just quit. I don't want to give in. I'm not doing that.
So going back to like my previous like employment history where I was working as like sales and I was like, to some degree, you're trying to upsell people items and stuff that they don't need. This is for the first
Yeah.
time in my life that I feel like I'm actually doing something that's productive
Yeah.
and a positive
Beneficial.
benefit to
Yeah.
the economy. Like, you know, for example, with the perfume, that would retail for $150 to $200 in the store. I'm able to sell it to you for $100 plus shipping, so the buyer gets a really good discount on it.
Yeah.
I'm able to make money in the process, and then the person that I bought it from made money too. They were looking to just try to get money raising for a cause at that particular point.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win-win across the board, and I feel like we're actually providing really good use.
Yeah. And honestly, like
This would have been very helpful to somebody that broke a lid or needed something like that, but for whatever reason, and this goes back to why our medical costs are so high in this
Yeah.
economy, because there's like a shutout. You want to talk about a monopoly?
yeah, it's
The
ridiculous.
the healthcare industry.
They own everyone.
They own everybody. They control everybody. They pay
And
all
honestly,
the
for
politicians.
eBay, I don't think they care about these things. I think that they, they don't want to get sued. So they've got to cover their butt and show that they're doing their part to take down competition. But things got to change. And like, we're a small family. We don't have the money to go after these people for... Why are they telling us when we own an item that you can't sell it? Like, that should be illegal on its own.
Yeah, I think your only grounds that you can lean on in that situation is if it was counterfeit. If you think this is fake, which what kind of effort would somebody go through to make a fake lid for a medical device? It's not going to happen. In which case, I get the idea of protecting your intellectual property.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You got that one.
I hope I got that right. But I get trying to protect that aspect of it. But when it comes to like protecting your own personal bottom line and trying to shut out other people, and basically they're attacking the secondhand market altogether. Like
honestly, if somebody held a garage sale and people like that owner that originally made the product walked by, oh, you can't sell that. Like, that's how it feels to us.
Yeah.
Like, but we have a platform where more people see our stuff, but
and I've seen it too where like Goodwill is selling CPAPs. You're not allowed to sell CPAPs secondhand.
Yeah.
And so in our situation, if we were to get a CPAP, we have to sell it to a company who then can refurbish that equipment and then sell it to somebody else as a secondhand unit.
Yeah.
But Goodwill's not supposed to sell it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been able to sell power cords and tubing that was brand new for a CPAP, but I'm going to tell you right now, moving forward, that's not something
Never
I'd be
going to put that back on
do.
our store.
I would buy a CPAP specifically to
sell it to that third party.
To sell to the third party.
Yeah.
To resell it themselves, but realistically, like, you take a risk because if it's past a certain time frame, they can't resell it, or if it's too old, it's not usable either. So
yeah, so pretty much moving forward, we're gonna try to get more things on Poshmark, Mercari, and start on Whatnot. Always do that wrong.
So I'm curious to know if anybody else has been on Whatnot before.
Has anybody bought anything on there?
I've been on there.
On there.
I've been on there several times.
I've
never purchased any items yet at this point.
Yeah.
The thing that's fearful, that I'd be fearful of is you don't get nearly as much money. But I mean,
we'll have to change what we source. We'll just have to get things for specifically.
But items move far quicker under that, and our shipping department would get really busy. Hey. These arms are going to get massive.
Don't say that. They're just going to get stronger.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've not heard. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never been on it, Lisa. So.
Yeah. But no, it's a live auction platform.
So it'd be just like this on their app. We put up whatever category we would want to be on.
So ideally, I think our first, like, just brainstorming this, you want to get specific to a category so it attracts those particular people that are interested in those items. So for example, hats. We get 25 hats lined up. We put them in our queue, and then we just run auction after auction after auction of people buying hats, and it gets very advantageous to a buyer if they buy multiple, because then each particular item additional is very small in terms of shipping cost that gets passed on to them. And, you know, maybe we end up selling all 25 hats, but 8 go to one buyer, 6 go to another, 4 go to another, and we're able to move 25 hats in that particular time frame. Maybe we only make, you know, $150, $200, but as long as our buy cost is low,
we should be okay.
We should be fine as far as making that work, and we're able to move large amounts of inventory. So I think what our plan is when that time comes. So we had to apply.
We have to apply to have run an auction.
And I think you have to go through a class, and they will give you tips and tricks and all those good things, and then we will go live with the hopes of doing it once a week.
For now.
If it works really well and we start to get some sort of traction, we'll do it more often. But we'll
dip our toes.
I think at the beginning it makes the most sense to do hats. Then we'd probably be shifting to video games, and
I think clothes.
My concern with clothes is, like, if you're running clothes and it's a size small and you got one person
but why would you only run size smalls anyway?
No, I'm saying, like, you would have to put multiple items out there, and
you could do like all jeans.
Okay.
All jeans.
But then what
tops.
if one person's a size 12 and that's it, and you put up a size 12
I
jean?
don't know. We'll figure it out.
Then you got a $40 pair of jeans that go for $5. Not a fan. That scares me. I
guess trying to find like lower price items, especially at the beginning, things that cost low.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what it sells for.
However you want to do it.
I don't know. So that's our news. We are shut down and frozen again for 3 days.
Before we sign off, what questions are out there? What content would you guys like to see for our YouTube channel? Because obviously we're going on
this week we're going to like a miles long sail from Virginia down through North Carolina. So I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested in seeing like us do that, like wear a camera and like source picking content. Yeah, see, that's cool.
From who?
Isn't that Andrew?
Oh.
Andrew? I don't know, but yeah, so I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, I'd be nervous wearing a camera, but I would do it for you guys.
Oh, good. So she just volunteered to wear the camera. Everybody heard that.
Yeah.
I will buy the camera if she's gonna wear it.
I'll wear it. I'll wear black so it blends in a little bit.
But yeah, so it's we'll be staying in Elkin.
Yeah.
Are
you giving our game plan out?
Well, it's at this point, by the time somebody
Yeah.
saw it,
Probably not
it's
gonna
already
do it
gone.
now.
But we're gonna start in Elkin. We're gonna probably create a game plan, and then go north from Elkin, and
Hold
then
on 1 second. Andrew, we got suspended because we had this listed, and it is the top of a Don Joy Iceman device that's like a glorified ice pack, and it definitely they said it was a medical device and shut us down.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Fun
we
times.
are going to be expanding a little bit and dabbling our toes across other avenues.
Yep.
And,
So whatnot.
yeah, that's the plan. But that stuff
So,
takes time. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, eBay's still going to be our bread and butter. I hate to say
I
it.
really am so mad at eBay. I'd rather like put all
They're gonna
like,
get hit.
eggs in a different basket. Thanks, guys.
They're going to get hit regardless.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking some of our business off their site.
Yeah.
We're not going to be so entrenched on eBay moving forward. And I think that's just.
And what makes me mad, like I just started promoting like eBay to my family. Like, oh well, go on eBay, it's cheaper, because it is. But when they keep shutting other people down, like that's not a good model. I feel like they're going to be working just for the small businesses or corporations, and they're just trying to screw over everybody else.
Yeah, well, the
That's
problem
my
is
feelings.
if they go that route, then they're not going to win in the long run. So
Yeah. So yeah. So looking forward to our trip, and that should be fun.
Yeah, so that'll
we're
be on
going-
the horizon.
That
and,
starts Friday, right?
So yeah, Friday
Friday.
we will be picking. I don't know what we're kind of plan on the fly, just see what we want to do for Saturday, because it's going to depend on what potential do we see in that area after going Friday.
Yeah.
And then also, do we see good options in maybe Charlotte, which is on the way back,
True.
or Greenville or Spartanburg, in which case we might go and stay the night in Spartanburg or Greenville, and then pick that Saturday. But we'll have 2 full days of picking.
Yeah. So you think we can like overnight a GoPro, or like get it in like 2 days?
We can just
Maybe we go to Best Buy, get it.
I don't want to do that because you don't retail me not. I'm
That's
too thrifty
true.
for that. So
Maybe somebody has one on Facebook.
so yeah, we'll probably hunt that way and try to find one.
Yeah.
And a secondary market.
Yes. True.
And hopefully, Apple is not going after other people to shut them down.
Yeah.
So
That should be fun.
yes, but awesome. Well,
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll get better. We definitely did not have the software that we needed uploaded, and we didn't know that till 15 minutes before we started.
Yeah.
So
I think next time we
Yeah.
would just start the live on my phone,
Yeah.
and then we can
yeah, that'd
jump
probably be
into
better.
it this way.
Yeah.
But awesome. Well, thank you,
So
everybody.
thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
Yes. Thank you for joining. And take care. I'm gonna have you shut it off.
I don't know where to shut it off. Maybe the X. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Nope.
No.
Try again.
Okay, yeah, it is about to work. So
All right,
bye
take
guys.
care,
Have a good
everybody.
night.